get the streaming to work for some reason. But I want you guys to take a moment and, if you can, look at not Galatians, but 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 20. And I want you to examine two parts of this particular scripture. And I know I'm not really teaching it, but I'll probably teach it. And I'm going to try to get the chance to teach it on my way back home. But I want you to look at two parts of this scripture. I want you to look at, number one, the character of the leader, and then the behavior of the servant. Remember, the character of the leader and the behavior of the servant. Remember now, in the text, we see where Gehazi went out on a whole tangent beyond what he was assigned to, outside of his calling, outside the parameters of his calling, and outside of the perimeters of what he was taught, his teaching, the foundations of being a prophet or a student. You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I see the message say you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Tasha? So he went outside the foundations of the perimeters of his teaching, the foundation of what he was taught, how he was taught. He went outside everything that was principle, and everything that was principle for him, he negated what principle was. He negated what foundation was. He overlooked what foundation was. He overlooked what his foundation was, what his teachings was. He ignored everything that was possible to ignore. And in the end of that, because of his disobedience, because of him trying to be who his leader was, or for him going in and trying to gain relationships or covenant partnerships with those who were in covenant with the leader, not him, he ended up getting cursed. And not only did he end up getting cursed, but his disobedience caused his whole family to get cursed. And this is why we have to be careful that in this time and this season of our lives, that as we grow, that we have to be careful that we don't take upon ourselves the position to try to take those business cards, those Rolodex numbers from our leader, because what you take on from your leader ultimately can be the curse be the curse that destroys your lineage, can be the curse that destroys your family, could be the curse that destroys your legacy, could be the curse. You could be responsible for the inherited curse that your children take on because of your disobedience. And so we have to be mindful of that. And so I'll teach more on that when I leave from here. I just got to get my bearings together, y'all. Service is just out. And I realized that even as a leader, and I'm grieving, that I have to put aside my tears and put aside my pain and to do what I'm called to do and responsible of doing for the people of God that I'm charged. And so I had to make sure that I rushed over here real quickly and that I was able to let you guys know that we're going to continue this discussion. We're going to get back into the meat of this thing, because this is more than just about Gehazi's his disobedience or his lies. This happens to be what happened when he lied. No volume. I don't know why, because I'm talking loud. This is what happens when he lied. This is what happens when Gehazi told the lie. What he told. I don't know what's going on. So make sure everybody know we will be on Periscope. Being on scope for the teaching. My phone has been acting up all day, so whatever you cannot hear now, I'll make sure it's aired on scope later. All right, I love you, Tasha. I'm gonna call you in a few minutes. All right.